As the angel said in the Gospel, according to Luke, chapter 2, verse 10, and I quote, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people." That good news was the birth of our Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ. A child who arrived in simplicity, yet carried a purpose that has shaped and reshaped humanity. This evening, in that same spirit, I bring good news for our nation. This is not a routine government event. It is a restoration of a cherished promise that every child in TNT deserves dignity, deserves protection, and deserves world-class care. And we must work together to ensure that no child will ever again be forgotten or left behind, not under my watch and not under my government. Christmas reminds us that no child is insignificant. Every single child is a possibility, a purpose, and the future itself. Which is why it is fitting that tonight we rededicate this hospital, built for the most vulnerable and precious children amongst us. Because the nation's true worth is not measured by wealth or high-tech buildings, but by how we safeguard our youngest. Can we welcome the children, because we need to recognize them? They've joined us on stage. Can we ask you to be a little quiet for a few minutes, and then we'll be able to help you home. So thank you for joining us. Thank you also very much. So as I say, as we did rededication officially of this Couva Children's Hospital. Take note, the Couva Children's Hospital. And for those that did not hear me, I repeat, the rededication of the Couva Children's Hospital. And so we move one step closer to being the progressive country our children deserve. Let me remind you a bit about our original version when we caused this hospital to be built. It was commissioned, you may recall, August 14, 2015, during my first term as Prime Minister. And it was grounded on one principle. Our children deserve top world-class healthcare here at home. It was designed to be a 230-bed modern medical facility, 80 pediatric and maternal beds, 150 adult beds, and a center offering specialty services including burns care, pediatric surgery, critical care, advanced imaging, neonatal support, and a helipad for emergency transport. And then we also made it into a teaching hospital, supporting medical education, research, and medical tourism for Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean. I spoke to my colleague minister from Ghana a minute ago, and I said, we welcome Guyanese nationals to this hospital. Our plan was to have it as a center for the CARICOM and the Caribbean. But now Guyana is building so many hospitals, I think we are partnering with Guyana now, Dr. Bodo and the Minister of Health in Ghana, to hire in Ghana doctors from Trinidad and Tobago. Because we have so many well-trained doctors and all the new hospitals opened up in Ghana. We are working on a partnership. I am told the initial batch could be about 50 doctors from Trinidad and Tobago to be contracted to work in Ghana. Now, what is the process? Dr. Bodo tells me we will put out advertisements, and those doctors who are willing to take up positions in Ghana, of course, that process will be engaged. So, Minister, I'm happy that you're here from Ghana, as you are Minister of Labour and Manpower Planning, and so we are happy to work with you in supplying the labour of some Trinidad and Tobago doctors to Ghana. And so let's talk a bit about the lost years and the human cost of those lost years. Within weeks of this hospital's commissioning, the former government shut it down. Not because it was unsafe, or not because it was unfinished, but some will say it was malice, spite, and ill will. For almost a decade, this hospital was abandoned, while children were flown abroad for treatment that could have been done here, and whilst others did not survive because we were not able to get the treatment. We went into opposition, and I refused to let this hospital be forgotten. We fought for it because we have always believed that there is one truth. Every child you encounter is a divine appointment. Many said we should let it go and move on. But some responsibilities are not only political, they are moral responsibilities. Then in April 2024, when 11 newborn children died at the Port of Spain General Hospital in NICU, the price of neglect became undeniable. In that moment, I repeated what I'd been saying for years. Open the Cougar Children's Hospital. Open the hospital. Because a nation is ultimately judged by how it protects its most vulnerable. And when that duty fails, the cost is never political, it is human. We have a lesson in history too, I remember tonight, today, this evening as we are here, that history repeats itself and positive steps must be taken to improve and to do better. In 2000, I was Minister of Education of this country. I pioneered a policy guaranteeing every child a place in secondary school. I still remember a short-sighted MP from the other side mocking us about rural communities, asking why we were building schools for parrots and duendes. Do you all remember that? Building schools for parrots and duendes. But you see, we understood rural life. I know what it means to walk barefoot to school and how distance and cost could deny a child a future. So we built schools to give rural children equal access to education. In the same way, this hospital was built to provide every child equal access to health care. That Beach High School, excuse me, that Beach High School then stayed shuttered and abandoned for nearly a decade. It was only when we returned to government that we opened it in September 2011. I want you to remember as well another project, the UWI Davie campus. Likewise shut down for 10 years, but we will open it. A promise made will be a promise kept. And so today I stand here, this hospital stands here as proof that delay cannot erase purpose. And now with the rededication of the Cougar Children's Hospital, that lesson stands again. Vision can be resisted or mocked, but when God ordains something especially for the benefit of children, no hand of any man can stop it. So today, when you returned us to government in April 2025, one of the first directives was very clear. The Cougar Children's Hospital will be reopened and be put into operation. When assessment came in, May this year, the reality was far worse than we expected. Because after almost a decade of abandonment, 217 pieces unused medical equipment, valued at over 20.68 million, was still in boxes 10 years later. 10 major radiology systems worth more than 33.5 million had expired before ever treating a single patient. And that included a 3T MRI and 64-slice CT scanner, state of the art. 45 items valued at $14.2 million were already obsolete, and 225 more systems valued at $31.9 million were non-functional, including critical diagnostic and sterilization units. Do you know how much money that adds up to? It adds up about $100 million. Not yours or mine, all taxpayers, about $100 million left idle, left abandoned. I say that was not delay, it was neglect maliciously, costing families years of care and children access to life-saving treatment. Today, prior to today, recently, UNICA confirmed about $78.2 million will be required to restore and replace equipment at this facility. Procurement and commissioning have begun, and activation is progressing in structured phases. Already, the first operating theaters were certified in September 2025. The first operating theaters. So you need to acknowledge that, please. Patients began receiving healthcare in this hospital in November 2020. And on November 2025, the first surgery was successfully performed at this hospital. I am proud to share with you that as of December 5th, 2025, 86 surgeries have been completed using surgical teams from all our RHAs, 86 surgeries. We have been prioritizing day case procedures to scale capacity safely. And let me share with you some of those procedures, including fistulas, varicose veins with ablations. Dr. Border and Dr. Rishi will tell you a little more what those actually mean. Lung extractions, complex hernia repairs. This will begin to address a waiting list which exceeds 11,300 cases.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, that was Kamala Persad-Bissessar, leader, government, all right? And that was yesterday, and we filmed that, the crew here in Weekend Review. We filmed that, and yeah, I'm planning to upload the entire thing to YouTube in its full capacity. So therefore, you can see for yourself, promise made, promise kept, Trinidad and Tobago. Once more, promise made, promise kept. And that is the mantra of the UNC administration. And that is exactly what is taking place. We would have shown these 7 days, what would have been done in Trinidad and Tobago already, what would have been done in 7 days. Soon you would see what is done in 8 months. In just 8 months, the United National Congress has done more than the People's National Movement could ever do and has ever done in 10 years. Just imagine that. And when we come back, we're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, Trinidad and Tobago, we are going to dive into promise made, promise kept. In fact, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar yesterday, I got the opportunity to speak with her. Got the opportunity to speak with Kamala Persad-Bissessar, leader of the government, Prime Minister again, to Trinidad and Tobago. I want to take you to the interview I did there with a very short interview with the Prime Minister. And then when we come back, we'll see the lighting of the Christmas tree down there at Couva. So take a look at this video. This is Kamala Persad-Bissessar speaking with myself yesterday out at the Couva Children's Hospital. Madam Premier, tell us the plans for the Couva Hospital moving forward.
What are the plans?
What are the plans?
Well, we are opening in phases. I mentioned today when I spoke how many things have been done already, and we continue to have further outreach to bring it fully on board. So we're on a phase basis, and we're very happy within just the space of a few short months we are where we are today. Thank you for asking.
And what is your message to the people of Trinidad and Tobago looking on right now?
Well, to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, this is for you, for all the people, parents, families, for the children. And what I'll say to them, this is make a joyful noise unto the Lord.
Prime Minister.
It is Christmas time, so that's what I'll say to the people. Have a Merry Christmas and a very blessed New Year.
Light up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Hey! Free giveaways, come on down. Vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready. Everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Persad. Let the savings start. Spend 300 or more. You know you go full. Your card is a S&S Christmas.
What if your child could see inside of the mind of a genius and understand how they think, how they bring ideas together, how they process to derive on the perfect answers to any comprehension and any poem, and generally in life? This is exactly what Learn Smart TT gives you with our online comprehension and poetry course. We have coupled 30 passages and 30 poems with high definition video tutorials where we do think aloud, read aloud, and model step by step what is the thinking process to get the correct answers and how to structure them. On top of this, we're the only program around that gives model answers, but multiple of them on an answer sheet. So if you want to get access to this program and have 24/7 access to expert one-on-one tutoring replication, then visit www.learnsmarttt.com and register for this course and give your child the best chance at success.
S&S Passage Supermarket comes to St. Mary's Freeport. With the wide aisles of variety, quality you can trust, a community hub, and loyalty rewards. When I say they have everything, they have everything from your fresh produce, your wines and spirits, your butcher meat, seafood, bakery, you name it, they have it. And with these prices, trust me, you're guaranteed to save some money in your pocket. So come on down and shop today at the brand new S&S Passage Supermarket, St. Mary's Freeport.
All right, welcome back on the Inside Trinidad and Tobago. Listen, we increasing the quality of the show. I hope it looks better. I'm gonna get rid of the fuzziness in the back, man. We go work on that. But anyway, as we continue, as we head into the Christmas season, the government is definitely celebrating Christmas well. Now, there is conversations for government to cut back on Christmas spending and Christmas party spending in that regard. But in terms of giving gifts and giving the gift of Christmas and the gift of joy to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I would think that the government, I would say actually, that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar and the government is doing a fantastic job at such. With the rededication of the Couva Children's Hospital, it means that more children Trinidad and Tobago will have proper access to health care, and more people in Trinidad and Tobago in general will have access to health care. This is Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar yesterday greeting the children Trinidad and Tobago, the children. I think we have a video also with her after meeting the children as well out just after lighting the tree. You could give me, just run the video without audio for me, director, if you could there real quick. All right, with Prime Minister greeting the children outside of Couva Children's Hospital, just as where she was lighting the tree. But this is a government that cares. Again, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar said just after the election that she was going to open properly, fully commission open the Couva Children's Hospital. And she said that she wanted to get it done by December, and she got it done. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar got it done. No, we have the video on the computer where Kamala greeting the children. We have it there. Here's what to do. Just go ahead and run Kamala Prasad-Bissessar lighting the tree. So we'll go to the lighting of the Christmas tree there at Couva, right? This is the tree lighting at Couva, Trinidad and Tobago.
9, 8,
Mr. Welch, how are you?
I'm doing well.
I get all your messages, but I don't get to see you. Okay, guys, come along. Hi, dear.
Promise made, promise kept. Promise made, promise kept. Look at these children.
Merry Christmas. Where are you all coming from?
County Grande area.
So far, and you both from Grande?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. Enjoy your Christmas, okay? Blessings, blessings. Okay, go ahead. You will never leave here tonight, Mr. Welch. Merry Christmas. That's your sister? Yes? Thank you. Michael.
Yeah, right there.
Good morning, my grandchildren.
Big smiles. Okay.
Here.
Yeah, watch it.
Thank you. I'll see you
Yes.
before Christmas. Yes. Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care.
He's back. Okay, we have to go, okay? Get home safe. Blessings to you. Merry Christmas.
That is exclusive content there, Trinidad and Tobago. Never yet you get up close and personal with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, so, and that is exclusively from Weekend Review here, That is exclusive. Look at that. Where you getting Kamala Prasad-Bissessar in 4K quality? And this is the Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, once more meeting the children, greeting the children, and of course, officially opening, I'll say, the Couva Children's Hospital and rededicating it. The name of the hospital, once more, Trinidad and Tobago. It's not the Couva Multi-Training. It is the Couva Children's Hospital. After the People's National Movement couldn't do anything with the hospital for over 10 years, a Prime Minister that care, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, opens and rededicates the Couva Hospital. Now, she went through in length in her speech the 80-plus surgeries, elective surgeries that happened across the NRHAs, including someday at the Couva Children's Hospital now. And it is all because of Kamala Prasad-Bissessar. Now, I know you all would have heard this story and seen this story with the amount of money, I think, what is it, like $100 million or so, that was just left by the previous administration to just go up in flames and waste. And Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is not wasting. I'm getting this story here for you right now. All right? But it's hundreds of millions of dollars. And we want to also thank the Airport Authority, because the Airport Authority has donated or given over $200,000 into the Children's Life Fund. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar again. And for all of the people, where we getting money from, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is showing where the money coming from. Private sector development and private sector growth is happening in great abundance now that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is in charge. A previous administration wanted to tax the nation into prosperity. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is living up to what she stated even before the campaign trail. Even while on the campaign trail, she said, you cannot tax the nation into prosperity. And that is not what is happening. You have the conversations about this quote-unquote landlord tax, when it's actually a tax on income. It's an income tax, and we could go over that in Trinidad and Tobago, and we will go over it. And it's not the first time that I'm mentioning this. I mentioned it before, and I could play the clip where we spoke about the surcharge on landlords, and it's a one-off registration fee, and they pay every year. But anyway, we will come back to that. But on the good news, where she bring good news to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You see her speech? I want to replay for you Kamala Prasad-Bissessar's speech. I want you to hear just one quick thing in that speech. I want you to hear how Kamala Prasad-Bissessar started the speech, because she didn't start by saying we did and I did and I did. She started by giving thanks to the Almighty God. Something that Keith Rowley, Penelope Beckles, and none of them could do. All the PNM wants to do is take credit for themselves. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, though, is giving credit to the Almighty God. Take a listen.
As the angel said in the Gospel, according to Luke, chapter 2, verse 10, and I quote, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people." That good news was the birth of our Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ. A child who arrived in simplicity, yet carried a purpose that has shaped and reshaped humanity. This evening, in that same...
She gave thanks to God, the birth of Jesus Christ. That is a Prime Minister galore, Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister galore. She lighted the tree yesterday. She officially lit the tree. Look, she pulled that switch while they were counting down. Give her a little bit of audio in the background with her. Just raise the audio on the system a bit for it. All right, let people hear it a little bit. All right, hear it. Boom. Tree light. Look at that. Look at that. Courtesy B-Mobile. Thank you once more, B-Mobile. And I want to focus on this. I want to focus on the Trinidad and Tobago. I want to show you what Kamala and who Kamala Prasad Bisesa really is. Kamala Prasad Bisesa with the children once more. Because how are the children here? And we have the video as well with her, with the children on the video. Look at that. Look at the smiles on the children's faces. Again, 4K up close and personal with Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, Trinidad and Tobago. All right? Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. When we come back, we will go to maybe the you know what? Don't go anywhere. For all of you watching on YouTube, all of you on Facebook, stay tuned. This is the greatest show yet. And I want to say for advertisers and sponsors, we need all these sponsors here, We need to take the message far, wide, and beyond. Far, wide, and beyond. And this is the program to advertise on. We already have SNS Prasad Supermarket. Thank you once more. Just run her overlay at the bottom there for me. All right, so SNS Prasad Supermarket is here on board with us. They have several deals going on right now this Christmas season. So if you're not shopping anywhere just yet, or if you have not shopped and gotten your Christmas groceries just yet, shop at SNS Prasad Supermarket. Only just because they support us, shop. Because they facilitate this in a good way, not the politics. But they facilitate this. So shop at SNS Prasad Supermarket, Rio Claro, Niaro, and Freeport. They even do home delivery, and you could also shop on WhatsApp. Where else you could go and you could shop on WhatsApp. So support them, support those that support you. SNS Prasad Supermarket, loyal to local.
When it comes to SCA, nothing else beats preparation like going through past papers that were actually written in SCA. This December, from the 15th to the 19th, we cover all of the past papers since SCA changed in 2019 in mathematics, English language arts, and creative writing. We will expose your child to the top strategies, methodologies, and secrets that we have that has led children to 20 out of 20 in creative writing, full marks in mathematics, and boundless achievements in ELA. So if you want to get your child in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 and book a limited space and guarantee your child in SCA 2026 the best chance at success.
Hey, it's Christmas time! Come on down to SNS. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Hey! Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to SNS Prasad. savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go hold your card. Is a S&S Christmas.
All right, welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. You know what, right? Let me make it clear for everyone that criticizing Kamala Prasad Bisesa and talking about what she's doing and the economy and stuff like that, right? For the past few months, since Kamala Prasad Bisesa has taken up the office of Prime Minister and become the actual Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, we have seen a reduction in the fuel subsidies, even if it's by $1. Never before in history in Trinidad and Tobago, literally, you saw gas prices dropping. All right, even if it is by $1. Not only that, but just yesterday with the Couva Hospital, Kamala Prasad Bisesa rededicated and reopened that. The 10% for public servants and all of the hiccups that coming with it. Because now you have Tutor and other presidents that asking for their own dues as well. They're asking for money as well. But public servants and their 10%. Police officers, promise made again, promise kept, attached to schools across Trinidad and Tobago. Also, the Prime Minister has stated, made categorically clear, Trinidad and Tobago, that she is going to deal with price gouging in the regards of bringing down your grocery prices. Because we saw where prices are actually going down in Trinidad in terms of fuel, but they're still upping the charge on you, Trinidad and Tobago, for several items in this nation, in groceries or even pharmaceuticals. We saw the whole instance with $80 million in pharmaceuticals left abandoned or left to go to waste by the PNM. That's what we saw. And none of that is happening under Kamala Prasad Bisesa. You have an administration today that is looking after the best interests of the country, not only just for today, but for future. That's what's going on. If you cannot see that and you cannot believe that because all you're worried about is who benefiting, then you have a problem. You have a problem because you need to put your country first. What is going to happen in 10 years? What is going to happen in 20 years? Where will Trinidad and Tobago be? I have been one that have been always saying that. Under the People's National Movement, there was literally no future. We saw no future. Where was Trinidad going? It is Keith Rowley that said the rich must get richer. We have that clip on the other PC director. Remember the folder? Get that from her. Where Keith Rowley said the rich must get richer. Or Colin Imbert that told you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, that you ain't riot yet. You ain't riot yet. But Kamala Prasad Bisesa decreased the price of the pumps, and you complain. You say, no, we don't want that. We want it to increase. Kamala Prasad Bisesa said no to the property tax. She scrapped the tax, and she brought on an income tax, something that is not new to Trinidad and Tobago at all. Because as you work, you pay tax. All public servants pay tax. You pay tax in Trinidad and Tobago. I heard when Keith Rowley was bringing the property tax, people started to talk about, well, the US have it and the US have it and this and that and the other. And Kamala Prasad Bisesa is saying no to that and is saying there will be an income tax for persons who are not paying any tax on their income. And we all pay taxes on our income. However, you go around the country, see all of the new buildings that going up, and the tenants renting it out for 30,000, 10,000, 15,000. No taxes paying. Even the homeowners, for those that are not even registered. And here's what Kamala Persad-Bissessar is saying. Here's why it is logical. Because the Prime Minister is saying to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that you need to register if it is you want to be a landlord. Because there are laws and regulations that you two need to follow. And it's not just a money-making scheme. Because it is Kamala Persad-Bissessar as well, back during COVID-19, 2020 to 2022, around there, Kamala Persad-Bissessar said to this nation that the landlord, gosh, the word just slipped my mind there, but it is a landlord law, a rental law, basically, a rentals act, that needs to come for Trinidad and Tobago. And she urged Keith Rowley to bring on a rentals act. You remember that? The rentals act? When landlords during COVID was kicking people out, who stood up for you? Who stood up for you? Not the PNM. It is the UNC. It is Kamala Persad-Bissessar that stood up for you. It is Kamala Persad-Bissessar that was urging persons not to pay the property tax. Don't forget that. It is Kamala Persad-Bissessar. So don't come and try and change the narrative or be listening to these PNM stooges out here like Penelope Beckles. And I saw the former, what's his name? I saw this guy doing a video on TikTok and trying to explain to you what the finance bill number 2, that he trying to justify what they did back then, or saying that Kamala Persad-Bissessar introduced a new measure. Watch now. The level of nonsense that they spew from the other side, I think they're just seeing their faults now and trying to blame Kamala Persad-Bissessar for their faults. Because Kamala Persad-Bissessar is literally changing the dynamics in Trinidad. You have the clip from my director? You have it? You don't have, yes or no? Just thumbs up, thumbs down. No? Okay. We'll get just now. But I really want to show you what Keith Rowley said. But anyway, you have the embed one. Run the embed. Let's take a dive in the past. And I want all of the PNM to really listen to this and listen to how they were treating you back then. And tell me if Kamala Persad-Bissessar is doing that today. Run it, director.
I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and I raised it again by 15%. And I came back again just a few weeks ago and raised it by another 15%. They haven't rioted yet. So I might raise it by another 15% in April of next year. The price of fuel by 15%. I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and I raised it again by 15%. And I came back again just a few weeks ago and raised it by another 15%. They haven't rioted yet. So I might raise it by another 15% in April of next year. The price of fuel by 15%. I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and
Trinidad and Tobago, that's them. That's the PNM for you, Trinidad and Tobago. That is the People's National Movement. All right, what is Kamala saying any of that? Somebody help me here. Is Kamala Persad-Bissessar saying any of that? The second clip that we brought in, not the first, not the one there on screen, the next one, not the one with the TV screens, right? Run the next one from her. You know what? Never mind, director. Don't worry. You know what? Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll deal with some more. Stay tuned.
This Christmas win big with S&S Facade. Spend $300 or more and you could win shopping vouchers or one of 4 trips. Miami, Curacao, Cancun, and St. Lucia. And how about free groceries for a year? Ooh, jolly. Or you can win a grand prize, a European tour. Have you ever been to Italy or France? Merry Christmas from S&S Facade.
Hey!
This is our most popular course. December 15 to December 19, we're going to pass papers. The actual questions written since SEA changed in 2019 in all 3 subject areas: mathematics, creative writing, and English language arts. When your children are exposed to past paper questions, coupled with the correct strategies and know-how in terms of tackling them, coupled with recorded sessions so they can go over multiple times, they get the equipment they need to pass and excel at SEA. We're going to cover all 3 subjects, the top strategies that have given us over and over 20s out of 20s in creative writing, 100% in mathematics, and all other successes we have had over the last 3 years as a company. If you want to get your child a spot in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 to register and give your child in 2026 the best chance at success.
Hey, it's Christmas time! Come on down to S&S. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend $300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or 2? Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Facade. Let the savings start. Spend $300 or more, you know you go full your card. It's a S&S Christmas.
What if your child could see inside of the mind of a genius and understand how they think, how they bring ideas together, how they process to derive the perfect answers to any comprehension and any poem, and generally in life? This is exactly what Learn Smart TT gives you with our online comprehension and poetry course. We have coupled 30 passages and 30 poems with high definition video tutorials where we do think aloud, read aloud, and model step by step what is the thinking process to get the correct answers and how to structure them. On top of this, we're the only program around that gives model answers, but multiple of them on an answer sheet. So if you want to get access to this program and have 24/7 access to expert one-on-one tutoring replication, then visit www.learnsmarttt.com and register for this course and give your child the best chance at success.
Trinidad and Tobago. Listen, I want to take you all back to when Kamala Prasad-Bissessar literally stated her government is working for the people and we put in people first and her back pay will come for everybody in the form of that 10%. The people will get their money. Kamala is giving the people their money. Listen to when she said it and listen to what they are saying now and what other presidents are now saying. Take a listen.
Today, my government has acted decisively to correct this grave injustice and to restore what was lawfully, rightfully, to the workers of the NIBTT who were denied for far too long. In correcting this wrong, we are reinstating the dignity of workers, we are reaffirming their humanity, and we are upholding the rule as not only about barriers, it is about lawful agreements, defending fundamental rights, and providing that in a just democracy, no citizen is ever beneath the protection of the law or beyond the reach of fairness. Accordingly, my cabinet has directed the NIBTT to do the following: to implement the agreed salary adjustments with immediate effect, to facilitate the full and prompt payment of all outstanding arrears to affected employees without delay. Mr. Speaker, I make bold as to say, this is not merely the execution of a contract. This is the restoration of justice and fulfillment of our workers' agenda. And this is, Mr. Speaker, I am proud to say, delivery of another campaign promise. This is another promise we have kept to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. When UNC wins, the NIBTT workers win, and everyone wins.
When UNC wins, the NIBTT win, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago win. Now, that day was budget. Right after people say, how, we have no money, the country has no money, they're still saying that. But when Rowley went to Parliament to pass that, hey, he could get a pension increase, the same people that saying how, saying nothing now. They say nothing now. They said nothing then. They're saying something now, but they said nothing then. Right? They said nothing at all. But Kamala Persad-Bissessar, when she came into office, Kamala Persad-Bissessar went to Parliament to say, hey, you can't serve as Prime Minister for 1 minute and get 80,000 pension. No, we had to change that. And that was changed. The law was changed in your favor, Trinidad and Tobago. And Kamala Persad-Bissessar later on said during budget, 10%, 10%, 10%. And you say no to it. Your economists coming out now to talk about inflation, inflation, inflation. Where was all these economists when Keith Rowley was borrowing billions of dollars from China? Billions from China. They borrowed. Who paying that back? They ran this country into a deep deficit. Colin Minberg come out so much times and say, Madam Speaker, the country booming. While prices for gas going up, while prices for textbooks going up, while prices for everything, flour increase. You all forget NFM. Don't forget that. Flour increase. Petrotrin closed down. Madam Speaker, the economy is booming, Madam Speaker. Or Mr. Speaker, whichever one. It's booming. But Kamala Persad-Bissessar, leader galore, is leading with vision for Trinidad and Tobago. PNM, well, at least the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and that's the late, great Patrick Manning, spoke about a plan for TNT. It's today in the form of a revitalization and more. All right? The PNM said, that we idea, that we own, oh God, that we own. But they did nothing about it during 2015. They did nothing about it in 2016. Nothing about it in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, they lost the election. They did nothing about Patrick Manning plan and Vision 2020. Kamala Persad-Bissessar said, hey, we're going to revitalize and we're going to restore Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to move the economy forward. and asked for private sector growth and development, which Kamala Prasad spoke about during her opposition term, during her campaign term in 2020 as well. She spoke about private sectors being main drivers of economic growth. She said, and I quote, "You cannot tax this nation into prosperity." She said it countless of times to the PNM and spoke about how to generate revenue and revenue generation. And she spoke about private sector growth. PNM today, as we plan. Oh God, we plan. But it did nothing to enhance the Patrick Manning vision 2015 all the way up to now. Nothing. But we plan. At least you can see Trinidad and Tobago, a leader that is doing what is needed to be done for Trinidad and Tobago, regardless of political affiliations. Because even the PNM benefiting, them inside Parliament, them benefiting. But listen, 10% for all. And now everybody want 10%. Everybody want the money now, right? Under PNM, nobody want the money. Under UNC, everybody want the money. I go to say something, but I can't. Take a listen.
A major showdown is looming in the public sector with both the Unified Teachers Association and the National Union of Government and Federated Workers warning that the government's proposed 10% wage settlement offers little comfort to workers who still cannot secure their basic entitlements or long-delayed back pay. The two unions, representing tens of thousands of workers, say the state's recent posture amounts to increasing instability, disrespect and financial strain on public officers heading into Christmas. Speaking on the Morning Brew, NUGFW President Christopher Street, who represents more than 17,000 active daily rated workers, says the settlement for the PSA sets an important benchmark, but warned that daily rated employees are among the lowest paid in the public sector and cannot survive on anything less than a meaningful cash-based improvement.
We may not finish at 10 because our members, as we know, as we said, are the lowest wrong. 10% on a high figure is not the same thing as 10% on a lower figure. So we want a living wage. That is what we want to establish for our members, a living wage. Just imagine, the last time we got an increase, my brother, most of our workers can't afford cars and vehicles. They have to travel. A short drop was $2. You know how much a short drop now? And they would have had to manage that and pay for their children and everything.
TUTA President Crystal Ash revealed that TUTA will convene an emergency General Council meeting where the organization is expected to decide its next steps, as he says frustration is reaching a tipping point. Ash urged the Ministry of Finance to keep its promise regarding outstanding payments and called on the personnel officer to act swiftly.
Now, the General Council is fondly referred to as the War Council in TUTA. So basically, the War Council meeting tomorrow, and we're going to do what we do. So like I tell you, I start off with a little red, a little fiery, and there's more fire throughout the day, and there's more fire coming. Now, not to be disrespectful to the minister or the government or anything like that, but the right thing is the right thing. My father always taught me that. He said the wrong thing can never be the right thing. And if you do the right thing, you have no problems. But you have people doing the wrong thing, and then other persons like myself or other union leaders being quiet about it. We will not be quiet. We will not be silenced. TUTA will not be silenced.
Union leaders say many of their members have already endured years of frozen wages, postponed bargaining periods, and no clarity on when they will receive what is owed. Last week, Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku stated that other unions...
Now, I don't think that anyone will be left on the bread... No, I don't think that anyone will be left out in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think so. And I'm speaking particularly to those in the public sector as well, and mainly for teachers as well, because a lot of teachers want to know what's happening with them. And I really don't think that TUTA's fight is with UNC or the government. I'm not politicizing the thing, but not with the government. The fact is that during a previous administration, TUTA President Lumpkin would have agreed to a 5 or a 4%, 4 to 5% or 4%, all right? And you're asking, you're hoping, you're asking, you're urging the government to rescind such and come to the bargaining table again to ask for a larger percentage because Felicia, the president of the Public Service Association, she got through with a 10%. And it's only because literally PSA President Miss Felicia, the fact is, regardless of everything, regardless of if you want to politicize it and say she was on the campaign trail and she get through, the reality is that Felicia did not accept the 4% and she fought for the 10%. She was in consultations. She was speaking with the Prime Minister, the opposition at the time. She was in conversations with it. Now, as far as I know, the role of a president of a union is to lobby. Y'all are like lobbyist movements. Y'all are supposed to lobby for your members. And if the former president wasn't lobbying for members, how now you could come and say that the government is not taking people on or is a fight? Because it's not a fight. Kamla Prasad-Bissessar said that everyone will benefit. But if everybody want the money now, will they go bankrupt the country? And it making sense to me, you know. Everybody want the money in 2025. I want my money in 2025. I want to get paid in 2025. But you're bankrupting the country for your own selfish gains? That's what you're doing? Yes, it's a promise. But nowhere did Kamla Prasad-Bissessar say she will fulfill the promise in the first day in office. When I assume office, day one, billions of dollars paid out to everybody. That's irresponsible. Y'all are irresponsible. Unions need to do a better job at relaying information to their members. No way, no how you telling me that you could get all your money now. And, you know, here's the thing, Here's what I don't understand. Kamla Prasad, this is not Kamla Prasad-Bissessar's first time giving out back pay. I remember when I was younger, there's no secret now. My mother got a huge back pay. God, the Christmas shopping was on. All right? But my mother got a back pay. You know who was in charge? Guess who director? KPB, Kamla Prasad-Bissessar. Imagine that. And my mother at the time did not vote UNC PNM till she born. Now she different, obviously. Now it changed. Right? Not changed now, but now it changed. All right? But she voted PNM and she got her back pay. And a huge back pay as well. From then on, my mother never voted PNM again. Because when PNM came back in power, now she voted Kamla Prasad-Bissessar out in 2015. She voted PNM because that's, that was the norm back then. And then, when she didn't get the back pay in 2015, she didn't get the back pay in 2016, she didn't get the back pay in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Oh God, nothing. She finally said no and voted UNC in 2020, and she voted UNC in 2025. Right? Because not only did you have difference in the household, basically, I was telling everybody, I was talking politics in there. I was like, but PNM ain't doing nothing for we at all as citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. All you talk about PNM, give my house. It done, oh God, you're living. Not good enough. The fact is, Trinidad and Tobago, that the person that gave back to the people was Kamla Prasad-Bissessar, and the way in which they gave back and the stories in which Kamla Prasad-Bissessar and the UNC told back then was that Petrotrin is state-owned, and Petrotrin, when it makes profits, you're supposed to benefit. And you will benefit, and you got a back pay. Not only that, grocery prices, the way that we were able to shop VAT-free. VAT-free. Now, Kamla Prasad-Bissessar is back again. Everybody wanted now. She should give away everything now. Everything too hard. But whose fault is it that everything is hard? Whose fault? Is it Kamla Prasad-Bissessar or the people that continue to vote PNM because that is all I could see? I read until I dead. Because that is the conversation by the older heads on the ground. And then the younger ones out here say, well, voting don't make sense. I ain't gonna vote. And then when they don't get work, and then when they're complaining that everything is white-collar crime, when they're complaining, they come in to tell you afterwards, well, voting don't make sense, because X, Y, and Z just go on X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Or they're not making no kind of sense at all. The reason why, and I could always go back to the United States, the reason why Donald Trump in charge now is because Gen Z come out and vote out Joe Biden and vote out or say no to Kamala Harris because they saw what was going on. They said this place getting harder, boy? No, not at all. And yes, things need to get hard before it gets better. The United States going through it with Donald Trump. Yes, things need to get hard before it gets better. Kamala Persad-Bissessar is trying her best to hold back all of the hardship that is to come or that could have come if you kept PNM there. Don't forget property tax was coming. They send up taxes on apples, grapes, and other food items. You know what they call it? They call apples and grapes luxurious foods. Meaning that the 1% up here eating, having a good time, and there goes to the small man. Oh, sorry, you get some scrapings. Rowley say the rich had to get richer while the poor take themselves out of poverty. It's no way to make that song nice. That's what he say. Rich had to get richer. Well, it's not a matter about bridging the gap between the rich and the poor, but the rich must get richer, to take the poor out of poverty. Because the rich have to create the opportunities to opportune. Let's keep Rowley on CNC3 with the then Natalie Lagore. Natalie, who is at PNM. Natalie Lagore, whatever, Natalie. We ain't gonna forget her. We can't forget them, Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot forget where these people and how these people put us through nonsense. COVID-19, everybody will talk about COVID-19 and this and that and the other and all kind of thing and the economy. But these people ran it to the ground. These people allowed for their own people to come into Trinidad and Tobago and lock you out. Hadassah Charles McLeod across there on Real Talk corner. She was locked out of the country. She couldn't come back. But you had friends and families of the People's National Movement that were able to come back into the country. Imagine that. Imagine that. These people should not be forgotten, Trinidad and Tobago at all. Don't ever forget them. Do not forget Keith Christopher Rowley and the office of the former Prime Minister, according to him. Because he creates a whole office. I wonder which part of the station. Which part of the office of the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is. It probably in Tobago. No, it can't be in Tobago because Tobago don't want him. So it probably in Venezuela. That's where Maduro getting all his nonsense from. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
Up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Free giveaways, come on down, vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Persad. Let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go. Pull your card, is a S&S Christmas.
This is our most popular course. December 15 to December 19, we go into past papers. The actual questions written since SEA changed in 2019 in all three subject areas: mathematics, creative writing, and English language arts. When your children are exposed to past paper questions, coupled with the correct strategies and know-how in terms of tackling them, coupled with recorded sessions so they can go over multiple times. They get the equipment they need to pass and excel at SEA. We're going to cover all 3 subjects, the top strategies that have given us over and over 20s out of 20s in creative writing, 100% in mathematics, and all other successes we have had over the last 3 years as a company. If you want to get your child a spot in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 to register and give your child in 2026 the best chance at success.
SNS Passage Supermarket comes to St. Mary's Freeport with the wide aisles of variety, quality you can trust, a community hub, and loyalty rewards. When I say they have everything, they have everything from your fresh produce, the wines and spirits, your butcher, meat, seafood, bakery, you name it, they have it. These prices, trust me, you're guaranteed to save some money in your pocket. So come on down and shop today at the brand new SNS Passage Supermarket, St. Mary's Freeport.
All right, welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, it is time to shop, shop, shop. Shop, win, and save big, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me out. Shop, win, and save big this Christmas season at S&S Prasad Supermarket. This Christmas, if you have not purchased anything just yet, you don't need to go down to Miari, you don't need to go down to Freeport. You can even shop, win, and save via WhatsApp this season via S&S Prasad Supermarket. So here's what I'll do, because I'll post this clip right after. Click the links above or read the description, and you'll get all of the contact numbers listed above for you to shop, save, and win big. For those of you on YouTube, read the description, shop, win, and save big this Christmas season at S&S Prasad Supermarket. And we have a S&S ad by director, boy. How that song does go again? It's Christmas. I can't remember this how it does go. At S&S Super. Watch out, run this song. Run it. Give us some.
It's Christmas time. Come on down to S&S. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or 2? Hey! Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Prasad, let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go full your card. It's a S&S Christmas.
Right, it's an S&S Christmas. Shop and win, it's Christmas savings. Shop and win, it's Christmas savings. Oh God, listen, I really want to fly out, you know. I really want to fly out. I'm really going to shop at S&S Prasad Supermarket. All right, and also hampers. I saw into the ads, but hampers. We're doing some Christmas hampers this year, courtesy again S&S Prasad Supermarket. We're looking at the 22nd to roughly the 24th there for hampers. For anyone that wants to contribute towards it, reach out 2824798 or send me an email, welchkdavid@gmail.com. You could WhatsApp me 2824798 again. If you'd like to contribute some hampers to those that are in need this Christmas season. And once more, everybody, if you ain't shop yet, I'm telling you, I will be going down to SNS Rio Claro most likely on the 22nd. And I will visit the Freeport branch on the 23rd, probably to collect some hampers to go and distribute in Trinidad and Tobago, probably on the 24th. So literally, SNS Facade Supermarket is the best supermarket to shop at this year. Director, give me another ad. Give me something else. Let me hear something else. We hear this shop and win, it's Christmas savings. Let me hear something else. Go ahead.
Hey, SNS Facade Christmas real nice. Christmas hampers, baskets in every size. Yeah. Snack bags ready for the kids' party. Grocery vouchers too on the daily, so come down quick. Door delay. SNS have deals to make your holiday. 4 locations for shopping by your own Rio Claro and Freeport as well. Free delivery we offer, and remember it's simple to pay online. Food, gifts, joy, everything you need. Christmas shopping, SNS always needed. Yo!
All right, SNS, everything you need. It's time to shop and win, save big. Spend $300 or more and you could win a trip this season, Trinidad and Tobago. You're like, you still have time, you know. You still have plenty time to shop, win, and save big this season.
This Christmas, win big with SNS Facade. Spend $300 or more and you could win shopping vouchers or one of 4 trips. Miami, Curacao, Cancun, and St. Lucia. And how about free groceries for a year? Ooh, jolly. Or you can win a grand prize, a European tour. Have you ever been to Italy or France? Merry Christmas from SNS Facade.
Hey!
There you have it, Trinidad and Tobago. Shop, win, and save big this season. All right? This segment, at least, was sponsored by SNS Facade Supermarket. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
SNS Facade Supermarket comes to St. Mary's Freeport. With the wide aisles of variety, quality you can trust, a community hub, and loyalty rewards. When I say they have everything from your fresh produce, the wines and spirits, your butcher, meat, seafood, bakery, you name it, they have it. These prices, trust me, you're guaranteed to save some money in your pocket. So come on down and shop today at the brand new SNS Facade Supermarket, St. Mary's Freeport.
What if your child could see inside of the mind of a genius and understand how they think, how they bring ideas together, how they process to derive the perfect answers to any comprehension and any poem and generally in life? This is exactly what Learn Smart TT gives you with our online comprehension and poetry course. We have coupled 30 passages and 30 poems with high definition video tutorials where we do think aloud, read aloud, and model step by step. What is the thinking process to get the correct answers and how to structure them? On top of this, we're the only program around that gives model answers, but multiple of them on an answer sheet. So if you want to get access to this program and have 24/7 access to expert one-on-one tutoring replication, then visit www.learnsmarttt.com and register for this course and give your child the best chance at success.
Hey, it's Christmas time! Come on down to SNS. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to SNS person, let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go full your card. Is a SNS Christmas.
There was a couple that actually got kidnapped. I saw the video footage earlier. I didn't believe it was from Trinidad and Tobago, so it was posted on social media, and I was, is this real? And apparently it is. A ransom of $2.5 million is being called for, and they have a grenade in the clip as well, threatening to, I guess, kill the couple, blow them up. I mean, I don't even know what to say. But this is the reason why, again, the Home Invasion Bill, the Stand Your Ground Bill that was passed in Parliament by the United National Congress, by the government, again, is so important because, I mean, people would be able to defend themselves somehow on their property. All right, they should be able to defend themselves. I mean, you now threatening people with a grenade, boy? A grenade? The hell we come into in Trinidad? Take a listen, it's very sad.
Top of the news, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara says the kidnapping of Derek Tardier and his wife Clarabelle is now a top priority case, especially with their abductors demanding a staggering $2.5 million for their safe return.
The couple was snatched from their Monas Island home on Saturday, and more than 48 hours later, they're still missing. Tonight, friends cling to hope, praying the elderly businessman and his wife are brought home alive.
Jensen Levin and Chetika Singh bring us this developing story.
Robert, please.
With what appears to be a gun to his head and a grenade near his face, Derek and Clarabelle Tardier are seen in this video alive but clearly worried. The 70-year-old clearly pleading for someone to set police, using Spanish to refer to the money. While there are no details about where the video came from or how it surfaced, up to news time, the kidnapped couple remain in the hands of kidnappers who are demanding a US $2.5 million ransom. Police say the couple were taken from their Monas Island home on Saturday night. When CNC3 News visited Tardier Marine in Chagaramas today, Renuka Ramjatan recalled speaking with her 70-year-old landlord on Saturday morning, just hours before he was snatched.
Up to Saturday, I saw him here. He came and he was in a real good mood. He was happy. He told me, he said, girl, when you reach a certain speed with this boat, it is run real nice. And he play any little music and thing. He go on the road, he do his business and thing, and he come back and he take up his boat just stick up the rope, and this morning when I come and I hear that, I kind of shocked.
She added that she met Tadier some 20 years ago as a child visiting the marina. Like Ramjatan, Leslie Cato also knew Tadier for 2 decades. He said news of the kidnapping left people and tenants at the marina both shocked and angry.
This is a kind of shocking news. I know they are in a mess, because everybody really, I don't know. I really don't know. But I hope they set him free. I hope they set him free and he come home safe.
Last month, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara said there was no increase in kidnappings for ransom. He made the comment following the kidnapping and murder of farmer Vishnu Lala. In a WhatsApp response, Guevara says Tadier's kidnapping is being treated with the highest priority. He adds that kidnapping for ransom will be met with decisive action, and police remain fully committed to protecting citizens and bringing perpetrators to justice. Guevara says several specialized units are actively engaged in the investigation and urged the public to assist with the investigation. At the marina, Ramjatan appealed to the kidnappers to release the couple.
The right thing to do is release the man. God, if all they want the money, give them the money, give them the money, and just release the man without doing him anything or his family. That's the most important thing right now.
When he's not at his Monas Island home, Derek Tadier spent most of his days in his catamaran here at Tadier Marine. Now, most of his tenants refused to speak with CNC3 on camera, but they all had one thing in common. Mr. Tadier is a kind man, a well-loved man, a respected man, and they hope that his kidnappers would release him without harm. Jensen Levend, CNC3 News, Chagaramas.
All right. That's sad affairs. Let me open the phone lines real quick, 2824798, 2824798. That's the number to call for those of you that are watching on both YouTube and Facebook. If you'd like to, join the conversation for a brief second, because we want to wrap up soon, 2824798. Now, this is why, again, the property tax, but the Stand Your Ground legislation was passed in Parliament to offer some level of protection for persons in their own homes, because you can't always wait for the police service, and you can't wait till things get bad, honestly, like this, before you do something about it. So the UNC and the government is putting things in place now, so therefore stuff like this does not happen or happens less in the future. Now, this is very, very much unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. $2.5 million. It is top priority right now for the state to investigate this matter and get the family back home. All right. So 2824798. You could WhatsApp the number right now as well. You could WhatsApp call, or you could call directly, SIM to SIM. You could call directly, and you could speak live. Real quick, the number is at the bottom of your screen, so just mute your set when you are calling in. We had one more director. Yes, I think another murder happened as well. All right, take us to that now.
Claxton Bay.
42-year-old mother of 2, Angel Lutchman, was stabbed multiple times in her neck and chest while her partner, Shahzad Mohammed, took his own life inside of their Prance Gardens home. The grim discovery was made by the woman's 11-year-old son around 7 a.m. Lutchman's older brother tells us that Angel and 29-year-old Mohammed had been in a turbulent relationship for over a year. Apart from the age difference, he explained that Mohammed was very jealous and isolated Lutchman from her family and friends. Mark says he pleaded with his sister on several occasions to end the relationship.
The last time I came, he told me in front of this house, he said, "I go in and tell your sister, I do business, but no police had to say." Because the police was looking for him, she went and took out a restraining order. And I called my sister, I said, "Here, what, I'm in front of the house. Tell the police I'm waiting here. He will leave today." The police didn't arrive. She came before the police. Both of them went in the back and they spoke, and then she came back and she said, "I'm not going to bring no police in this anymore."
Angel Lutchman also had a 21-year-old daughter and did online sales, while Mohammed grew up in the same neighborhood and worked in the construction sector. Lutchman says the relationship was toxic and even her friends urged her to end it. He has this message for others in similar situations.
From the time our relationship reaches a point where there's a lot of physical abuse and threats being made, get out of it. Don't stay. Get out of it. Find a safe zone and move. Because they will do it over and over and over. They don't stop.
Just 3 weeks ago, 36-year-old councillor Ramona Victor and her 45-year-old common-law husband Rodney Ramsumir were found dead at their Separia home on November 23rd in what police believe was also a murder-suicide.
And that's why, again, well, there's mental illness in Trinidad and Tobago for sure, and condolences, firstly. But that's why we also need the Home Invasion Bill, the Stand Your Ground Bill, Trinidad and Tobago, because it's not just against intruders, but it should not be in regards to this, and I don't want to, say it should be in regards to this, but it will act as a level of protection as well. But mental illness is a serious thing, and domestic abuse, there needs to be more that government does for not just for females. I was going to say not just females, but definitely for females out here, all right, to protect women. And I urge the government not to forget the call during COVID-19 for protection of women. And we saw Andrea Barrett, and we had the candlelight vigils, and the people asked for pepper spray legislations, which we still do not have today. So I'm hoping that we could see some level of change coming for that, or coming to that, or some level of attention coming to that. Going into 2026 onwards to 2030. That's how we wrap it up tonight, Trinidad and Tobago. I do want to thank you so much once more for always choosing Week in Review. We will see you back here again on Saturday. Remember, this is sponsored by the none other S&S Prasad Supermarket. All right? Well, thank you once more for choosing us, Trinidad and Tobago, always Week in Review. We are live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So I'll see you back here on Wednesday, actually. The week going so fast, eh? There were some things that we did, Director. Oh, God, how come we didn't show that as we're wrapping up? Leave the SNS up. I will send you... Oh, gosh, how we didn't show this one, but check your folder. Check your folder, Director. I'm going to give you this one time because ain't no way I leaving this out. How I leaving this one out on the show tonight? We did a lot of things this weekend. Check that. Yeah, right now, I just put it in the folder for you there. Everybody, watch now. My Christmas gift was delivered in Trinidad and Tobago. My Christmas gift. Look at my Christmas gift here. You don't have it yet? At 9. You're in the live folder? You haven't seen it? I put it in just now. Directly show you in the right folder, right? You're positive. I'm dropping it in there again, huh? The live transfer to folder, you're sure? I'll label it speaker. I'll label in this one speaker 2. Check it. You see it? All right, run it. You find it. All right, my Christmas gift came true. It's not going over. You mean it now pop up? Derek, I feel like you just sabotaging me right now. I feel like you're a P&M operatives working in the back there, and you don't want to show that I talk with the speaker of the house. I go show it from here. All right, look at that. You all see me with the speaker? Oh, God, doy! Derek, you really do have that, right? P&M operative inside here earlier. Well, not only that, not only the speaker, but we were also there in Tobago. Director Tam, if you will get this one. All right, and I want to thank the Tobago Hotel Association. I just put it in, I'll label it Tobago. Tell me if you see it. I'm sorry, I didn't plan this or no. You got the Tobago? All right, play it. You see, I show you could. It's not going over to. Yeah, P&M. But not only that, we were at, you can run the visuals with Kamala again there, the video with the children for the hospital. We were there, and this is exclusive content, run it, exclusive there, right? So imagine all that Trinidad and Tobago, all of that we did. All of that we did Trinidad and Tobago over the weekend. Not even over the weekend, this was yesterday. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. 1 second. Now, let me see if I can get the pictures for you all there. Soon as Christmas. The lovely Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Let me see if I can get this on. Although the director was right, the pictures don't wanna show up. I think I saw why. Yeah, I see why it's not going over, because the picture in such HD quality, it can't go over all the, oh God, I'm so sorry. All right, no problem. I will show the images on a different day. Only I get up and went across. Come back. All right, anyway, thank you so much, Trinidad and Tobago, once more for joining. The pictures don't want to go across, but it's on social media. All right, so I'll show it on Wednesday if time permits. And I'll show you all some of the stuff that we would have gone out and do. We were in Tobago on Saturday. We came back to Trinidad Sunday, and we were at Couva. And then we were at Wildflower Park for Minister Alexander's lighting of the Christmas tree. And then we went on Parang. I think we could run the Parang, you know, we could close off with the Parang. What do you think, Director? We could close off with the Parang. The Parang should play. Yeah, the Parang should play. Let me put the Parang there for you. We could close off with the Parang, right? And if it is you want to hire a Parang band this year, you want to get some Parang in your system, then you could definitely go with this Parang groups. Say me the group again. Oh God, it go cost me. Oh God. Parang de San Rafael, right? The Los Alumnos. No, oh God. He go come through that door and say, you really can't remember the name of the Parang group? You really can't remember the name of the Parang? I can't remember the name of the Parang group. Randolph Victor Boudou, sorry, again the Parang now for you. I posted it on Facebook just now. I'll get the right name right now. Los Paranderos de San Rafael. Los Paranderos de San Rafael. So Parang with Los Paranderos de San Rafael, Trinidad and Tobago. This Christmas season, we might not get anything tonight. Look, this not even going across too. I hear them coming. Trinidad and Tobago, listen, the Parang not going across. So we'll do all this on Wednesday, right? We'll do it on Wednesday. Trinidad and Tobago, stay safe. Thank you again for joining, all of you on YouTube. Let me just give the quick shout outs for those of you on YouTube that are still watching right now. We have Anthony. Good night to you, Anthony. We also have SVEEY, however you want to pronounce that. We also have Paul, a bunch of persons on YouTube. Thank you to everyone on YouTube for joining. Thank you so much. Remember to share the live as much as possible, right? Have a great day, Trinidad and Tobago. When we come back on Wednesday, we will, do the Parang. I think the Parang went through. Yeah? Come director. I know it went through. It just said it went through on my eye. All right, run the Parang. All right, stay safe. We'll end off with some Parang. You can leave SNS up. Thank you again for joining Trinidad and Tobago. Enjoy some Parang as we close.
I want to hear this singing out there. Now, this is nice for this Christmas time. So let me pick them up. One more time. Went on a Parang line with a little Billy. It got
start to die.